So here's an example of adding data to the database now that it's all set up. So I'm going to enter my name. I have Apple. I'm going to add to cart. So now it says new record added successfully, created successfully. And if I go here to the PHP admin and I click my guess, I see I have a few records. I've been playing around with it. So we have the latest record added here at the bottom. We have the ID, which is 4, it's incrementing. And notice I can delete the records from here. I can also delete them in the code as well from PHP. But right now I can take a look. Let's take a look at the code. And let's open index.php. So right in here, I have edited the form to now include a first name, since I have a first name field in the database. And notice the name is going to be fname, so that fname is going to be the value in the post object array or whatever it is. And I have the forms now as post, method post, and I don't have a form action attribute because I want the form to submit to this current page, so I've left it out. And I put it as post because I find when I was refreshing it would run the code as get. When I had it checking as if is get, it will run the codes anyway, and I don't want this code to run down here unless I want it to only run when the form is submitted. So that's why I change it to post. So your values also won't show up in the browser URL bar. So that's something to note. And so when I click submit, it'll submit the form data to this page. And right here at the bottom I have if request method is post, it'll then do this. So I'll only access the database if the form is submitted. So now we get to the post and we connect to our database. You will make sure you use correct values here, database name that you created, and we're connected. So now I store those values, the fname in a variable called fname, the item, and the cost. Notice the name, fname, item, cost. So I've stored those variables here. Now we have the SQL query, insert into the table name, my guess. These are the column names, first name, item, price. The column names are here, first name, item, price. And these are the variables. Notice I have to put single quotes around these variables because strings have to be in quotes. And the price is not in quotes because that is going to be a number. So this SQL now is then sent inside this SQL query function, and if it returns a true value, it means the record was added successfully. Otherwise there'll be an error, and we saw a record was created, and we can add records. In addition to adding records, you can extract records from the database. So I'll if you have any more questions on that, you can message me, ask me. I think I provided quite a bit on databases for right now, just to give you an idea of what is involved. But if you do want to go further, you can actually extract your data from the database by using maybe a while loop like this, and this function fetch the results. You can then place the results inside. You can echo the results to the browser to display maybe the items in checkout. So you can actually order it by last name or first name, or order it by item name, whatever you want. So using the SQL query select, you can actually select what data you want just by using an SQL query. And you can then build a checkout page should display like the checkout items for this specific name from, let's say, from Sanjay, all of these items with the first name Sanjay, you can select those and display them. The screen you can build a nice HTML display. You can make PHP display these nicely. You can delete the records from the database all using PHP code. You can have buttons to delete records. If anything goes wrong, you can always come in here, delete records manually. Typically this area is reserved for admins like us. But yeah, hope that gives an insight at least into what is involved in a PHP database, but there's much more to know and go from here.